it's the same as a modern day guinea pig. They have the structure, the bone structure the same as modern, except it's 700 kilograms. It's a huge guinea pig. And then we've got the wombat, and that's the same structure as our wombat now, except it's the size of a Volkswagen. I mean, it's the same. You could say, you can give it whatever name you want, but it's the exact same structure as what we have now. It's the same, except big time. And here's a dragonfly that's 2 feet wide. It's 2 feet. 2 feet. That's our normal dragonfly. There's a big dragonfly. You're walking through town, and the dragonfly, swoom, knocks you over, and you do a flip. But that's not the biggest dragonflies we find. We find them up to 50 inches big. That's a big dragonfly. That's one that busts inside your car when you're driving. That's why those little cars have too many big dragonflies. But not only that, we find beavers that are almost 2 meters tall. All right, I've been around hunting beavers. So I do not want to hunt that one. And we know about armadillos because I would play with armadillos growing up. I'd be mean to them. Throw a rock at them because they're easy to catch. They're a little slow, and you can sneak up on them. But not this guy. Our modern day equivalent is the same thing. It's the same bone structure and everything. Is that small one right there at the bottom? You see that small at the bottom? That's the fossilized one. What is that? That's pre-flood animals. That's perfect environment animals. They're huge. The world's different now than it was. We like to hunt deer. It's a pre-flood elk. You say, what kind of elk is that? It's the exact same kind as that right there. That lady's standing in front of it for scale. If she's standing in front of that one, she comes up about its shoulder. If she stands in front of the one she is now, it's the same. It's an Irish elk. They're both Irish elk. She can stand over it. Not some of the horn animals, but she'll stand over its head. Here's the size for scale. It's an Irish elk. You say, isn't that a moose? No, that's an elk. It has the elks and moose have different cranial structures. It's an elk. You know what it is. It's an elk. It's the same kind today, except massive. You say, what about us? Well, here's our thumb bone. And there's some fossilized thumb bones we find. They're twice to 3 times the size of ours. I'm just using that as one example. There's many others. I wonder, you think and say, I want a new body. I want it the same as I got it then, but a little better. No. I want whatever God's got for me. Whatever God's got for me. If He wants to make me 9 foot tall, awesome. You say 9 foot tall, that's so silly. What about that guy? He was 8'11". Modern day, people don't get 9 foot tall. He's 8'11". Last 9 foot, is that a stretch? He's actually 8'11", half an inch. Nobody gets 9 foot tall. We have one 8'11" and a half. That's a crazy thing to say. The Bible says there were giants in those days. I believe that. I believe that. I don't even know if they're not bigger. I don't know. What kind of heaven are you looking forward to? That's all I'm asking. That's why I'm asking kids. When you live this life and say, I want these 20 years, I want these 30 years, I want to do what I want to do in these years, you're not putting it in correct perspective. Do you know what's in heaven? Do you know what's in heaven? Uncomprehendable. But you got to try to comprehend a little bit, but just try a little bit, and it'll blow your mind. We do know some things about heaven. We know there's a New Jerusalem. We say, is there mountains? Yes, because John was taken to a mountain and he viewed New Jerusalem come down. And New Jerusalem is how big? It's 1,500 miles square. That's half the size of the United States. We live in Rising, right? This city is not big. Amen? New Jerusalem is 1,500 miles. One city. Just one city is 1,500 miles square. Okay? And we know in Revelation 21:22 that there are more cities than just one on the new earth. That's a big city. It's a big city. It's a beautiful city. And I'm not going to get into all of it. I'm just going to give you another example. We talk about those gates. And they're gates of a pearl, one pearl. There's 12 of them, 12 gates, all have one pearl that is the door. And you say, man, pearls don't get that big, Brother John. You ain't seen anything until you've seen the clams that make it. Clams don't get, oysters don't get that big, clams don't get By the way, those are on top of the mountains in Peru. They're on top of the mountains in Peru, right? Clams don't climb very well. There's clams on top of Mount Everest. This is not like new knowledge, but that is a big clam down on a big old mountain. How did it get there? There was a flood. The Bible says in that flood, there's things happening. The mountains of the deep, they happened in the mountains. The mountains rose, the deep went down, and the water swaged off into the flow places. And there's clams that got washed up on that, and when that rose up, it rose up way on high. What is your view of heaven? What is your view of heaven? What do you think? The Bible says there's this crystal clear river flows out there on God. It's a river of life. I'm country. I've got to go to cannonball in that thing. I don't know. Who said I can't swim in it? I'm going to drink on it. I'm going to river of life. The tree of life is going to go down those paved gold streets, and it's going to bear a new fruit every month. And we can eat it. It says the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations. So I'm planning on getting some of those leaves. Eating some of them. They probably taste great. Some things I can't taste. I eat and go, I don't know. But I eat that, I'll be like, woo, it's a leaf. You know? Incredible. Incredible. The gold is so pure. It talks about the pureness of the gold. And what's difficult to know and what's debated is it so pure that it's transparent, or is it so pure that it just reflects you as you walk? You can see yourself in that reflection of gold as you walk. And it's hard to get gold like that. Yeah. It's so pure. Brilliant. Light we haven't seen. Colors we haven't experienced. Tastes we have never known. Sounds we've never heard. Bodies we can't fathom. What are you trading your life for? Are you living for this life? Or are you living for this life? I gave up this life. This is nothing. This life is nothing. This life's where it's at. That's why Paul, that's why Abraham and Moses and all those people said, we're just pilgrims. This is not our permanent resident. I have no business here except to do God's glory, and we're going to move on. Amen? Amen. Because of what's coming. Revelation chapter 21 verse 3 says, I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, notice that word, behold. In other words, look at it. You're going to be able to see it. Behold. The tabernacle of God is with man, and He will dwell with them, and they shall be His people, and God Himself shall be with them, and be their God. That's where we end. Being in the presence of God. See, God is relational. All these things I talk about is what helps us to experience one another. You know, when you see something awesome, or something brilliant, or something amazing, what do? You'll tell your spouse, you'll tell your kids, you'll tell your friends, come here, look at this, I'm going to show you this. This is great. And we thrive on that experience of a relationship with one another. God is relational. He desires to have a relationship with you now. He desires to have it and continue on in eternity. He wants to experience things with you and I that have never been experienced. He wants us to experience His power, His presence, His beauty, His glory, all these things. We can't fathom it. And He said, I want you there with me. And we'll spend all eternity, not just 90 or 100 years of semi-good and a lot of pain and suffering, but all good and all pleasure and all joy and all knowledge and all peace, where there's no darkness and no sorrow and no separation and no isolation. Because that's what hell is. Hell, the absence of God, no God in hell, all God in heaven. All relation in heaven, no relation in hell. All association in heaven, no association in hell. All companionship in heaven, isolation, total isolation in hell. That is what this is going. There's a complete opposite. Everything good that's in heaven is, and everything wrong is in hell. And God, He will not force this on you. He will not force it on me. He offers it freely. He says, I want you to love me as I have loved you, and I've given all for you. I've laid down my Son for you. I've laid down myself for you, and I've risen again. I've done all to save your soul, but I want to make you choose me. I just want you to consider what there is. I want you to think of what there is. I want you to think of the glory of heaven and the horrendousness of separation. I want you to consider. And if you want your 90 years, you can have it. But if you'll turn it over, I got something better. Have something better. The question is, what do you live for? What do we live for? What do we live for? Have you, and I have to ask this also, have we given our life to Jesus Christ? You know, there's the moment of salvation where God convicts the heart. And let's go ahead and get our song and camp there come forward. There's a moment of salvation where God convicts the heart of man. And God draws us and He says, will you come and be saved? Will you give your life to me? Will you believe in me with all your heart? Will you trust in who I am and what I've done for you? And He waits to hear from you. Maybe you're here today and you're lost, and that's what He's waiting. He's waiting to hear from you. He's already convicting right now. Maybe He's already burdening your heart right now, and He's already put a pulling and a drawing in your heart right now. He's saying, come unto me, you who are lost and undone, without Jesus, without my Son, I want to save you now. Maybe He's saying that to you today. Or maybe you're saved, and He's saying, stop holding on to 10 years. Stop holding on to 20 years. Stop holding on to that. Let it go. Don't you know I've got an eternity of blessings that are beyond our comprehension? But then He goes, here, I'm going to show you a few things. I'll show you. What does He say? He says, taste and see that I am good. What's He mean? You know, when I'm reading the Word of God and I see something, I go, it's about heaven. I've never noticed that. And I go, man, that's good. What am I saying? It's filling. It's tasty. It's great. Why don't you trade in those years to serve God? And let's focus on eternity. Let's all stand and have an invitation. Page 481. Why don't you come and have this hymn of invitation? But a good time. And I pray you had a good time today and learned something about heaven, maybe something you can study and look into as well. As we go deeper, let's go deeper as we learn about what God has in store for us and what is in store for us here too. Anything before dismiss? Dean's meeting at 4. This meeting tonight should carry on in our study of Islam in time. Be here for all of this if you can, starting at 5. Anything else? No, let's remember each other in our prayers. Brother Nicholas, you might dismiss this, please, brother.
Heavenly Father, as we pause in your presence this morning, Lord, we come to you with thankful hearts for many blessings. Lord, I thank you for my health. Thank you for each one to make the effort to be here this morning, Lord. Serve you. Thank you for Brother John, the message he brought to us. Pray that each one might receive it. Blessing to each one. May we be a better Christian throughout our lifetime. Lord, I lift up lost loved ones, Lord, you know each one, each bring at your feet, ask your will be done for our needs of you. Lord, I lift up each one that's needing prayers. Lord, help for you, Lord, you know each one, you just make sure that your will be done. So, pray for our elders, our shepherds, especially those, Lord, in our nurses. Bless them, bless them, Lord. Watch over them here. Lord, I ask you once again for forgiveness. Not many sins, shortcomings. Lead, guide, direct us that we need. Bless your holy, precious.
Amen.